Hello everyone, this is Terry with Futures.io, and as always, I would like to thank you for joining us today. Now it is my pleasure to welcome back Vinny Nizian for today's webinar, Trading Resolutions for 2019, Avoiding Mistakes, sponsored by GFF Brokers. If you have questions, please feel free to type them into the questions box throughout the webinar. We'll do our best to answer them at the end of the event. If you're watching us on YouTube, please do us a favor and give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the webinar. And as always, please feel free to share, comment, subscribe to our channel. It really helps us a lot. For trading news, events, and information, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter using @Futures.io. And now, without further delay, I will hand it over to Vinny, and you should get the pop-up to share your screen again.
All right.
Hello. Looking good. She's all yours.
All right. Well, hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us today for this presentation, Trading Solutions for 2019. 2018 was one of the most volatile markets I can remember, including a record-breaking 1,000-point rally in Dow in late December, the biggest single-day point gain ever. We are now in February, so we're working our way slowly into the new year. The new year brings new resolutions. Traders are evaluating their last year of trading and strategizing for the new year. My name is Vinny Nizian with GFF Brokers, and I've been a futures and forex broker for over 15 years now. Every trader has their own strategy, so I'm not here to sell you on a trading strategy. I am here just to help talk to you guys about trading account maintenance and overall trading preparedness. So you can take this information and work into your trading plan for 2019. Let's let 2019 be the year to avoid simple trading mistakes and to work on more informed trading plan. Before we get going, I want to remind everyone that there's a substantial risk of loss in trading futures. Futures trading is risky, and you should only trade with capital you can afford to lose, which is risk capital. Let's move on into our presentation. Basically, before we get started, I want to go ahead and start off with the most basic of things. Get organized. First and foremost, memorize your account number. For any reason, you need to call the order desk. Knowing your account number by heart will help you get serviced much faster. You will need to remember your account number and also your order desk contact information in case you need to contact them really quickly. For example, if your computer freezes mid-trade, you will want to have this information available to you and not waste any precious time looking up your broker's order desk number while you're in an open position. You want things to go as smooth as possible from there, so knowing your broker's order desk number and also your account number will help speed things up and save you some money. Moving on to our next basically topic, every trader has the ultimate goal of making money. You make or lose money in the form of profit and loss based on the trades you place. But you must also remember to consider trading costs as they are a necessary expense. It's a new year, so it's time to start getting into good trading habits. This year, make a point of tracking your trading expenses so you know what you're paying for. Things you should track. I remember in the old days, you didn't have much pieces to track, but now there's a lot more pieces with today's futures accounts. But things you should keep an eye on, a few things actually, is what is your account set up for in regards to markets? And what do you need to do to maintain your account's live data status? What is the monthly fee for data for the markets you intend to follow? Are you paying for any exchange data you're not using? For example, are you set up for CME bundle but only follow the mini S&P? Also, in regards to data, do you need top a book? Or do you just want standard data? Is your account considered a professional or a non-professional? Is there a minimum balance required in your account to keep data active? Are there any inactivity fees or minimum trading requirements on your account? When taking a break from trading, do you need to deactivate your account? And if so, how do you deactivate the account? And how do you reactivate the account? What are the platform fees? And are they debited from your futures account? And if so, on what date? Talk to your broker and make sure you have this all organized and set up so you know exactly what you're using and you're not paying for any extra data that you're not really using. Also, in regards to data, I wanted to quickly mention our current offer we have for free CME data. If you're currently trading live, then you're most certainly paying for market data with the CME. I would like to mention that our company, GFF Brokers, is running a promotion right now. You may have seen it on the Futures.io website as well. For the first time ever, GFF Brokers is paying for CME market data for our new clients for the entire year of 2019. This was set as a limited time offer and was supposed to end at the end of January, but we had such positive response that they extended the promotion to the end of this month. I will double back to this later on in the presentation, but if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to contact us in regards to our current free CME market data promotion. Let's move on to our next topic. Don't overlook the importance of knowing the basics. Do you need help understanding contract symbols or, basically contract specifications? Sometimes a simple mistake such as trading the wrong contract month could be costly. Know the different front months, contract symbols, contract expirations, and rollover dates. If you have any questions, you should call your broker. Know the trading hours for normal days and also holiday hours as well, like the one we had yesterday. Get to know the contract specifications such as tick value, point value, daily limit, trading hours, so on and so forth. Let's move on to our next topic. It's in regards to basically news reports and daily reports. You will want to make sure you stay on top of the following relevant government reports, such as holidays, government reports, trade and delivery dates, and so on. If you don't already have a calendar or you're using, below are a few links of resources available through on our website. The first link is an online futures economic calendar. This link is useful because there are all types of filters on there. So if you just want economic information on, let's say, anything that affects crude oil, you can filter it so whatever reports are coming through are the ones that you want to read. The second link is a physical calendar with important trade dates and reports all in a concise little pocket calendar. There is an online version you can download and put on your desktop, but there's also an old-fashioned booklet we can mail you should you want to have it mailed to you. I keep the booklet at my station at work because, again, I can't memorize all contract specifications, so it's a handy little cheat sheet that I revert to. Say a client has a question in regards to option expiration date for a certain market, or if a client has questions in regards to a trading hour for a market that I haven't memorized yet, so I can basically go back to it and revert to it. Another good trading habit is to check your account statements every day that you trade. Now, for a lot of people, sometimes with myself too as well, statements can be complicated. Many traders only bother to check their statements if they feel something is wrong with them. Make sure that you take the time to learn how to read your particular statements. When checking statements, it is important to pay attention to any open positions, margin requirements, account balance, margin excess or deficits to determine if you are margin call or not, and much more. Checking your statements each day is one of the most important parts of operating a futures account, in my opinion. Even if you haven't traded your account in a while and it's in inactive status, it is best to check your monthly statements to see if you have any unexplained fees being charged in your account. If you need help reading your statements, you should be able to contact your broker and speak to them, and they should help go over statements with you. For any reason, if your broker doesn't offer this service, you are more than welcome to call one of our brokers here at GFF Brokers, and we will do our best to try to read the statement and try to explain it to you. And again, it's always interesting to us to see how other FCMs and other brokers do it. So it's kind of a fun process for us as well, but we're more than have an open door policy in regards to helping you guys read your statements, especially our clients as well. Let's dive a little deeper into statements to basically cover a few things that I'm asked about sometimes. While we're talking about this, what determines which position is held open if a client leaves a position open after the close? The answer may be a little bit more complicated than you may think. For example, here on the screen, you see on a certain trading date, June 21st, 2018, client traded a total of 3 contracts of the micro euro USD. And let's say the first trade of the day was the sell at 1706. The second trade of the day was the buy at 1652, thus offsetting each other. And then right before the market closed, the client went short another one at 1631. Client is then thinking that the position that will be held open past the close will be the short at 1631. But with most FCMs, the highest price is usually held open, as you can see here below. The highest price. So within the same day, if you place trades and have an open position, chances are your highest price is held open. Other factors to consider when holding positions or open positions is oldest trading day. For example, not on the screen, but let's say on February 14th, let's say you close the day out and you're long one mini S&P March. You don't do anything on the 15th. Sunday the market reopens, and you don't do anything yesterday during the shortened day. And today you end up basically offsetting that long and putting on a new long for today. What most FCMs will do is trades done within the same day, which is the 19th, which is today, will be offset against each other. Trumps the older or highest price rule. So in this case, your position that was left open on the 14th will remain open. So it's good to know your open position policy at your FCM. And again, you should be able to contact your broker. This is something that I go over with my clients whenever they hold positions, just to make sure that they don't have any expected or unexpected surprises on their statements. Let's move on to our next topic. Know your trading platform. You may have learned the basics, but have you really spent the time to study and learn your platform? Most brokers offer free data demos. These demos are meant to help assimilate yourself with the software. Here you're looking at one of our most popular trading platforms, one of my personal favorites as well, the Global Zen Trader. Global Zen Trader is an awesome platform loaded with great features and advanced charting. It also has market replay and even a feature called AutoX, which lets you route signals directly from your TradeStation account to auto-execute into Global Zen. These features are only useful should you know how to use them. So if you don't understand them or need help understanding your features or your platform, you should be able to contact your broker and ask either your broker or their tech department to give you a walkthrough of the platform to show you the capabilities and to have a little quick Q&A, a one-on-one with the technician or the broker to make sure you're utilizing all the tools. With my clients, before they start trading a live account, especially if they're going to be using a new platform, I always make sure that they have spent some time on the demo or have taken advantage of looking at the demo and have also been offered a walkthrough. You should know the platform pretty well before you start trading in real life, in my opinion. Let's move on to our next topic. Margins, one of our a lot of people's favorites. Not understanding the margin limits on your account could be a costly mistake. It is always better to close your own position than have it closed for you and then be charged a margin call fee or for any given reason. If you attended my previous webinar on trading preparedness, you already heard me explain the importance of margins, but I cannot emphasize this enough. So it bears me repeating, since I come across so many traders that do not fully understand the margin limits of their account. For example, for the product you're trading, you should know the initial margin, the trading hours, and the day margins. Also, you should know day trading margins and policies may vary greatly from FCM to FCM, even if you're using the same trading platform. It is important to know your account's margin policy, not just the dollar amounts. For example, with some FCMs, there is a percentage daily loss limit rule. With other FCMs, margins may vary according to the time of day you're trading. So for example, your margin may be $500 for a typical day session, but when you're trading after hours, say around maybe 8 o'clock at night, Pacific Standard Time, or 5 o'clock or 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, the margin may double or maybe greater. So it's important to know these key differences. So if you don't know, it's important to ask your broker, what are my margin policies? What are my account limits? How do they work? Things you should also consider when looking into margins is, does your margin or a limit of contracts you can trade, does that increase automatically? Should your balance increase automatically or increase? Other things to consider is your margin policy on your account dollar-based or is it margin-based? First, dollar-based is when your margin is set up according to a certain day margin amount. For example, say you have a $1,000 day margin for crude oil. That is your margin for crude oil. But let's say that you have a percentage-based margin for your current platform. And let's say the margin is 50% on the E-mini S&P. Well, E-mini S&P initial margin, when they say 50%, it means 50% of the initial. The current initial margin on mini S&P is $6,600, which means your day margin on mini S&P is $500. Knowing the importance is good to know in case the exchange reduces or increases the initial margin, since if you're percentage-based, chances are those changes will affect you more directly, more quickly. So it's good to know the policies and maybe be up to date with your broker when it comes to that. Let's move on to our next topic. Be prepared for disaster. What does your emergency plan say your computer crashes? You may know how to place trades using your trading platform, But what happens if it goes down, you know, in a mid-trade? If you don't know your current position or you need to confirm your position, you can always, with GFF Brokers, our clients can always contact our order desk, and our order desk can basically confirm their current position, of course, on a non-held basis, and also help them with any trades if they need to place any. Some order desks will not help you confirm positions, will not confirm positions. They will just simply place orders for you. So if that's the case with the order desk with your current broker, it is good to ask your broker, what if the platform goes down and I don't know what my exact current position is? What do I do then? Moving on, here's an example of a proper way to place a trade with GFF Brokers. For example, a client calls into our order desk having issues with, say, their internet connection. This is a John Smith, account number ABC123. Can you tell me what my current position is? Order desk will then look up your account and state your current position, of course, on a non-held basis. For account ABC123, I see your long 1 June mini Dow Jones at 24,830, and you're working to sell 1 June mini Dow Jones at 25,000 even. You will then give your next order, if any. Do you have access to a 24-hour desk in case of emergency? If you do call your broker's order desk, it is best to know your account number and your current position. If you don't know your account number or your current position, then it will take longer for you to get service because the order desk will need to look up your account number, then confirm it's you, and in either case, you must be prepared to answer any security questions, and then you will state your order. For example, again, this is John Smith, account number ABC123. I would like to buy 1 June mini S&P at the market. Order desk will need to confirm your position. They will then confirm your order to you. Okay, Mr. Smith, so you're looking to buy 1 June mini S&P at the market? You will then need to confirm with them. You must carefully listen to them because if you say buy 1 June mini S&P at the market, and let's say the clerk misunderstands you and says, so you're selling 1 June mini S&P at the market, you will then need to correct them. Once you have the correct order placed, you will then carefully listen for a ticket number and a confirmation. So in regards to placing an order on the phone, that is the proper way of placing an order with GFF Brokers. Giving the order, listening the order, and confirming the order, writing down your ticket number. So having your account number and also importantly your positions available should you know what your position are makes it a much more smoother experience for our clients and our order desk. Now in regards to data feed and what happens if your data feed goes down, then in my opinion it is always wise to open a backup account. You will need to open a backup account with a different FCM, in my opinion, using a different type of data feed. Because if your FCM or your SCM's data feed goes down and you have your backup account with the same FCM, then in most cases your backup account will serve no purpose. With your backup account, the idea is that if one account goes down, you have the other one to continue trading with minimal disruption. For example, say you're long 1 mini S&P with your main account, and your broker goes down, can't place any orders for whatever given reason. You can then log into your backup account and basically sell 1 mini S&P, thus avoiding your exposure to the market. Once your main broker goes back online, you can then offset both orders. And that is the main idea of having backup accounts, or you can continue trading with your backup account with minimal disruption. Can you open a backup account with a different FCM using the same broker contact? The answer depends on who you're trading with. GFF Brokers, what we are, is an independent introducing broker, which means we clear via multiple FCMs. Our clients can maintain multiple accounts while still working with one broker. Unfortunately, not all brokers have this capacity, so you'll need to ask. By working with multiple FCMs, GFF Brokers can help tailor a trading solution better suited for your trading needs. Our clients are always welcome to call their brokers to discuss their accounts and account structures. Because we're able to offer multiple FCMs, we can make sure that your current account is still the right fit for you. We sometimes get calls from traders who are happy with their trading platforms, let's say, but they're not happy with their broker's margin policy. Maybe it changed. Here at GFF Brokers, basically, we will first then ask them what the issue is with the margin policy, what platform are they using, and we'll see if there is a solution we have available for that trader which will remedy their issue with margin, but still allow them to use the same trading platform, and then also in the spirit of trading expenses, either do our best to match or beat their commission rate. So in that case, we sometimes are able to help clients continue using their same trading platform, but remedy any issues they may have with their current broker by having the advantage of multiple FCMs to choose from. One word of advice, if you do decide to open a backup account, is to make sure to open a backup account with a broker that does not have many minimum trading requirements or any inactivity fees, because in most cases a backup account is exactly what it is. You're there for backup, so you won't be using it much. Let's move on to our next topic. Keep up your education. There's a lot of good free information out there on trading futures. There's a lot of useful information on our website. Under our resources tab on the main page, once you put your cursor above, you will see that we have a lot of educational resources available to our clients and to everyone else as well. You can find tutorial videos on trading platforms, free ebooks on futures, newsletters, so on and so forth, contract specifications. There is also educational blogs coming out each week, and they're also kept an archive of them, so you can go back and read the previous blogs as well. There is also a free monthly newsletter to help you get basically ready for the new month. The best way to be prepared as a trading is to keep educating yourself. While we're on the subject of education, I will first like to thank everyone for taking their time out of their day for attending this session. I hope you find some of the information useful. But now we'll go over some of the other useful information that I would like to basically highlight for you guys. We do have educational resources on our website again. So again, if you do need any futures calendars or I would say contract specifications, ebooks, they're all available on our website on the resources. We are currently offering that futures calendar. Basically, again, the handy little booklet that you have that has all the different reports for the year, expirations for options, expirations on futures, contract specifications, trading hours, symbols. It is all in there. You can either have the old-fashioned booklet mailed to you, which we will happily send one to you, or we can send you the PDF version if you like. So I use that on a daily basis here at GFF Brokers. It's very handy. So I actually have a couple around my desk in case I misplace it. I can get to one very quickly. And again, as I promised, I would like to double back on the free market data offer we have for 2019. For any new clients that we have, basically, that join GFF Brokers with a minimum balance of $5,000 or more, basically GFF Brokers will pay for their market data non-professional expense for the rest of the year, which is kind of a neat thing to have. And we were only supposed to run it till the end of January, but since we got a great positive feedback in regards to this promotion, that they have decided to extend it to the end of February. So it is open to anyone that wants to basically take us up on this offer. I'm trying to limit their monthly expenses on their accounts. And last, we also want to quickly mention that on March 3rd, March 4th, I should say, we have a trading competition using the Global Zen Trader trading platform, the platform you saw me show on the technology page or the quickly on that site. But basically what this is a simulated trading competition where an award is presented to the top 3 performers and is limited to 50 participants. We do this a couple times a year. I find it kind of fun for traders to basically get into this, and usually you have a broker you're assigned to. If any of my traders win, then it's bragging rights here in the office, but that's neither here nor there. But it's a fun little competition for trading simulated accounts using the Global Zen Trader. If you'd like to sign up, you can find more information on our website. You can also contact me. We can sign you up for it. There is some space still available. And again, using the Global Zen Trader starts March 4th. And if you do sign up, I think you get your login March 1st to basically help you get acclimated to the trading platform. Again, my name is Vinny Nizian, and my email is on the screen. You can also give me a call. Again, if you're not a client of GFF Brokers, you have some general questions about margins, initial margins, anything futures related that we can try our best to try to answer for you, about maybe your platform, the margin policies. If we service that platform here, chances are we do. If you need help reading your particular statements, I get clients sometimes who email me their trading statements, and I get to the bottom line, you know, how much they're paying or why is the statement presented this way, and I'll be happy to try to answer it for them. So again, you guys are all welcome to contact me. We do have some time left over for a quick Q&A should you guys have any questions. But if you guys want to have a more one-on-one experience, you can always email me directly, and we can set up a phone call, or you can just, you know, go back and forth via email or chat. And again, I'd like to thank everyone for attending this session. I know you guys are very busy. Thank you. So now I'll stop and wait for some questions in case you folks have any.
All right, there was one question on the printable calendar, so I'm assuming they can email you at your Vinny at GFFbrokers.com to receive it?
Yes, they can email me, and they can opt in to either have it physically mailed to them, or we can send the PDF version for them.
Okay, perfect. All right, do you have any questions for type them into the questions box, and I'll ask them to Vinny. So the free market data is for new accounts or new clients?
Both. It's for new clients or new accounts. So basically, anyone who wants to open a new account with GFF Brokers, new clients, then basically it would be offered to them. Any one of our clients who are currently not with us, looking to return to us, basically it's offered to them as well too.
Awesome. There's a question on high frequency trading, how prevalent it is in the futures market. As a broker, do you have any input on that?
It's very difficult. I mean, with high frequency trading, it's something that my personal experience with it is not something where I'm learning as well too. It's something that's becoming more prevalent in the futures industry. We'll probably have you ask us to give us a call. Maybe we can answer your questions more directly, but it's a learning experience for us too, because it's definitely something that wasn't around years ago. So to answer your question, I wouldn't really know how to address that.
Okay. All right, I think that's all the questions. I think you did a good job, and everyone got all the information they needed. Thank you for the webinar, for the information, and for spending some time with us this evening, Vinny.
Thank you, Terry. You're always a great help. Thank you, everyone, too, for attending the webinar.